Hi everyone, it's Noushin and thank you so much for being here and welcome back. I felt it was time that I did an update on my Retin journey, because the last time I spoke to you regarding my Retin was when I had that terrible reaction, and that was due not really to Retin. It was due to me using my 10% lactic acid to try and exfoliate my skin while I was trying to increase the dose of my Retin from 0.025 to 0.05. I have to say I've had a great response on that video. That makes me very happy, and I'm really pleased with that, because I really wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through. It was a little bit scary and it was definitely not pleasant, and we certainly don't want to do things to make our skin more sensitive. So as I said, I've made some changes and I felt it was time for me to come and talk to you about it, because I am quite happy with the changes that I have made, and at the moment I'm quite happy with how my skin looks and, more importantly, how my skin feels. Okay, so what I've done is I've stopped using my 0.025 Retin altogether, and what I'm doing is that I'm using 0.05 twice a week, because I was trying to use my really low dose, which was 0.025 4 evenings a week, and use the 0.05 once a week, but I felt that was still too much for my skin. So for the time being, I've put my 0.025 aside completely, and I'm using 0.05 twice a week. My skin is very happy on it. Yes, of course, I'm getting some flaking, again, mainly around my nose area, around my mouth and chin area. So this is the area that I am really noticing flaking, not anywhere else. And I wouldn't call it peeling. It's not as severe as peeling at all. It's just flaking. And I have to say that I'm beginning to notice that the flaking's getting less, which I'm really happy about. And of course, I'm not using any glycolic acid or lactic acid at all for the time being. The only things I'm using that contains a very low dose of acids are, if you've been watching me, you're gonna know what I'm gonna say anyway. They are my Nip and Fab acid pads. So one is salicylic acid, and let me just put my glasses on. And the one that contains salicylic acid, hyaluronic acid, and a very small dose of glycolic acid is called Dragon's Blood Fix Cleansing Pads. And the other one is their Extreme Night Pads, which contains 5% of glycolic acid, which is this one here. So I'm using my Nip and Fab acid pads, but I'm not using them every night. I'm only using them 3 times a week. That is all, because after what I went through, and if you haven't seen my video regarding the disaster Retin, please go and watch it. I think you might find it quite interesting and helpful, I hope. So yeah, no acid. I've put 0.025 aside, and of course I'm using quite mild cleansers at the moment, and I'm not leaving the house without SPF. And actually, even when I'm in the house, Like now that I'm just sat in front of my window, I am wearing my SPF 50. So I wouldn't go without my SPF because I don't want to do all this and go through all the time and effort I put in and then go and undo it all by not wearing any SPF. So this is my skin at the moment. Let me just bring the camera a little bit closer. I started my Retin journey because I lost what I was going to say. I started my Retin journey mainly for the texture of my skin, tone of my skin, and the brown spots and brown areas that I have had on my cheek. Now, I believe that the texture of my skin is better. It is brighter. I felt that my pores seem smaller. And the brown spots have minimized a little bit, but they are still there. I mean, I'm wearing some BB cream now, so I think you can still see them, still comes through. But I'm happy. I am very, very happy, and I am in no rush whatsoever to up the dose of my Retin. I'm just going to take it nice and easy and just build it up, because I want to be on it now forever if I can. And the best way to do it is nice and gentle. I hope this has helped. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please press the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here. Love from Yorkshire. See you soon.